Hey everybody, welcome to SGR Tactical. My name is Ben. Thank you for joining us. If you like our video, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, share. We have a lot of great content to come in the next couple weeks. We'll try to post 3 or 4 videos a week. We have some shooting videos that are pretty exciting in the works right now. Today we're going to talk about firearm safety for beginners. I'm talking about the people who went out and never owned a pistol in their life and just bought one. Better to safety, Second Amendment firm believer here. So, rule number 1, always point the firearm in a safe direction. A safe direction could be towards the sky, towards the down, okay? Towards the sky, it's not safe if you squeeze the trigger and shoot in the sky. That's never safe. But you keep it in a safe direction, which is pointed away from human beings in life. Unless the life you're trying to take is like a wild game that you're going to harvest and eat. You're always going to keep your finger off the trigger. You're going to keep your finger straight on the pistol frame until you're ready to fire the shot. So you're here, and when you're got your sights on your target, you squeeze the trigger. That's okay. You're always going to keep your firearm unloaded. We can check that here. I got this Q-tip over here. I can just look and point out here, and there's no round in the chamber, and the slide is locked back. Very importantly, you want to know what you're shooting at and what's behind it. A firearm, once you squeeze that trigger, there's no taking that round back. When that round goes through that piece of paper, you need to know what's behind it to stop that round. These are lethal if not used properly, or they're lethal in a military, law enforcement, or self-defense situation. You're going to want to know how to operate your firearm. When I mean operate, you're going to want to know how to load the magazine. I'm going to use the 1911 to demonstrate. This is the magazine. You're going to want to know where it goes, how to make sure it's secure, how to properly make sure you know a round is in there and ready to go. You're going to want to know the safety features of your firearm. Here on the 1911, it's pointed in the safe direction. We have one safety for the slide and the hammer, and we also have a dovetail safety where if you take the safety off of the hammer and the slide and you depress the dovetail, you can squeeze the trigger and it will fire. As always, make sure you know when your firearm is loaded and unloaded. You're going to want to know how to operate your firearm. Each firearm comes with a manual. You should thoroughly review that manual before you operate your firearm, or seek professional guidance at different firing ranges. Locally, we have Silver Bullet Firearms, who offers instruction at a low and affordable cost, and they are all professional. I recommend Mike Visser or Mike Langwell if you need information on this at the Silver Bullet Firearms, or Center Shot Firearms, located in Door. You got to make sure you use the correct ammunition. The correct ammunition, for example, for the 45, this shoots a 45 ACP round. On the barrel, you can see it says 45 auto. 45 auto can be represented on the ammunition. On the bottom, it says 45 auto, and then it has the name of the manufacturer, and this manufacturer's name is Blazer. This is a full metal jacket target range. They make different types of rounds for self-defense, target shooting. It could be brass, it could be steel, it could have a hollow point. You know, you got to know what you're shooting. You're always going to want to wear eye protection and ear protection, because take it from me, I've fired thousands and thousands of rounds downrange wearing ear protection, and it is still loud, and I want to be able to hear and not be the old dude with no hearing aids that's always going what or huh. I don't want to be that dude, so I'm going to wear my ear protection. I also don't want to be the dude who's walking around with a cane because he wasn't wearing eye protection and something happened and he caught a fragment in his eye and he's blind. You never want to use while you're under the influence. Most rapes, homicides happen while people are under the influence as a statistic. I think 99% of rapes and murders happen when someone's under the influence. There's no excuse for it. There's no excuse for you to be under the influence when you're operating a firearm. You want to store your gun safely. For transportation purposes in the state of Michigan, you can take this trigger lock here that's provided with most firearm purchases. You can take your, I'll use the Glock as an example, and you can thread it through the mag well and up through the slide, and you can push it in, turn it, and it's secure. And you'd put this in your trunk, and you'd lock the ammunition in a separate locked compartment, such as your glove box. If you have a CPL, military and law enforcement credentials, this might not be the way. This is a video for beginners. So if you're a beginner, every time you store your firearm, you use the lock that comes with it, you secure it, you make sure your ammo is locked in a separate compartment. Now these little things right here, don't let your kids know where these keys are at. My 10 and 11-year-olds are very, very smart, and they look for things. And I don't know for certain that they're looking for things, but just to be safe, I'm guessing they're looking for these. Okay? They get their hands on these keys, they'll figure out how to take this off. If they find the ammo, they'll figure out how to shoot it, and catastrophic events can happen. We don't want that to happen. And last on their list of the NRI safety is the maintenance and the cleaning and inspection. So I'll use the 1911 for example. When I'm cleaning this thing, as I'm scrubbing it and oiling it and making sure it's maintenance correctly, I'm looking for cracks in the barrel. I'm looking for obstructions in the breech of the barrel where the round goes in. I want to make sure there's no cracks along here. I want to look in here and make sure there's no obstructions. It's very simple. Never point the firearm at anything you do not intend to kill, and always keep your finger along the frame like a professional. This will eliminate a lot of headache. I hate to see anything happen to anybody, and these are pretty simple rules. There's 10 of them. You can look them up on the NRA's website. Thank you for joining us. Please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Follow us on SGR Tactical on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you have any questions and you're a beginner, feel free to leave comments below, and we will address them as necessary. Thank you very much, and have a safe day.